All right. Hello. Hi. Welcome to the stream. If you're watching this sometime in the future or in the past, depending on when it is, welcome. You are not reading the title wrong. That is the absolute truth. Ethan, the Ethan we all know and love, or did anyway, is dead to me. I'll explain the details soon. This is a live stream after all, so I have to wait for everyone to get here. Hello. Hi. Welcome, everybody. Yeah. No, I know. It's okay, guys. It's okay. What did Ethan do? Man, I wouldn't even know where to begin with that question. This is very serious. Don't laugh. Man, I'm just, No, it's not clickbait. He betrayed me. He betrayed us all, really, because, he betrayed me and in turn betrayed you guys, which, that's just really, I don't know, maybe this is the culmination of many small things that I've ignored, because of friendship, but, yeah, it's tough. It's tough, and I hate to make, public call-outs like this, but there's no other way for me to handle it other than just, dragging it all into the light. The betrayal hurts, yeah, it really does. Yeah, it does. All you gotta say is, I'm sorry, man. Yeah, I appreciate it. If only it was him apologizing and not some random person on the internet. If you think about it, really, that's all Ethan was. At the beginning of all this, just some random guy backflipping his way into my life. And then he just had to front flip out. What happened? Where do I even begin? It was a lovely day. I thought, anyway. It was a lovely day. Who's Ethan again? Man. Who is Ethan? I asked myself the same question. And at this point in my life and my existence, I keep asking myself that, because you think you know someone and then, the true colors get revealed and the true colors get revealed and you just, I don't know. Do you really know anyone? Can you really know anyone? If you don't even really know yourself, how can you really know someone else? Yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna make you cry. I've cried enough tears for all of us already. Man, I've cried so much, sometimes I can't tell if I'm crying or I'm laughing, but there's no joy, definitely not. Ethan must be punished. I don't know if revenge is the right answer, but it'll definitely feel good. Getting all this out and just emptying my soul onto the internet is the purest form of therapy, in reality, if we all think about it. Ain't got no tears left, that's true. That's very true. What did he do? I'm getting to it. I'm getting to it. This is me telling about it right now, but to get through all of it, you gotta go to the beginning. You gotta go to the very beginning. You gotta go to the beginning of all of it. Can't tell a story halfway, you gotta tell a story whole way. You can't half-ass a story, you gotta whole-ass. And Ethan's just been half-assing life, if you think about it. Did he not give you Taco Bell? As bad as that sounds, no, he's much worse. Much worse. I'm not stalling, I gotta go back to the beginning. You can rush the lore? I don't think you can. I don't think you can rush this, because the lore of life takes its own time, This betrayal was cooking up for a very, very, very long time, I'm not stalling. I'll tell you what it was. It was a lovely day, or so I thought, like I said before. And Ethan and I were catching up, like we do, frolicking in the park, tossing the old pigskin, And we were conversing, we were conversating, we were talking, we were discussing things, we were saying things to each other, we were exchanging words, And I mentioned how much I loved Garten of Banban. I was mentioning just my deep, deep love for Garten of Banban. And he was like, yes, it's true. Garten of Banban is truly one of the greatest games. It's truly one of the games of all time, is what he said to me. He said that. This is actually true. This is 100% true. I'm not joking about any of this. This is actually true. And I said to him, I was telling him, you know, like, I didn't understand all the hate for Garten of Banban. And he was like, yeah, man. Yeah, man. What a great, what a game. That game is there. This is dead true. I'm not lying. And so we were talking about more, and I was like, yeah, man, can't wait for Banban 6 and/or 5. But, you know, the betrayal the betrayal train had already left the station at this point. Because what bet did I lose? I didn't lose a bet. I lost the bet that I bet my dignity on that friendship, and I lost, you know, I lost that bet. I lost that bet. I lost that bet. I'm like one of the characters from L.A. Noire. Just, can you tell am I lying? Are you gonna... I'm so sad, you know? Anyway, so we look in the back log of what else the developers of Garten of Banban had made, and we found this game called... I want to be very clear. I found this game called Egghead Gumpty, right? Okay, right. That's very important. Remember that. Egghead Gumpty. That name... That name is very important, right? So... So I tell him this, because, you know, Ethan, you know, do you know that Ethan is no longer Crank Gameplays? Crank Gameplays is dead, or so we all thought. And I tell him in confidence that I'm like, I know the next big thing. I know it's gonna carry gaming into the next century. I know what's gonna carry us into forever. Is Egghead Gumpty. I told him this in confidence, and I was like, I'm gonna make a video on Egghead Gumpty, and I can't wait for it because it's gonna be the next big thing. It's gonna be the next chapter of me making content on YouTube. I know this to be true, and I told him this. And I thought, you know, I've been busy, you know, I've been, you know, editing the movie and doing all kinds of other stuff, and I'm like, yeah, I told him this, like, yeah, I'm gonna do this. I told him all about Egghead Gumpty, all my dreams and ambitions for it. And then... what do you know? We all thought that Crank Gameplays was dead and buried, gone forever, and it was just Ethan Nestor. And then a week ago, here comes along a little notification in my sub box, of which I will no longer be getting notifications because I unsubscribed, is lo and behold... Well, okay, you can't really tell which one it is here. Well, I mean, you can, because he said that he would stop doing gaming content, and yet, what do you know? 10 days ago, he not only, because I told him this just about 11 days ago, right? I told him about the next chapter in gaming evolution 11 days ago. And what did he do? He ran off and immediately went, I gotta record this, I gotta get ahead of the Gumpty train, and then kaboom, what do you see? Oh, this is the new standard for horror games. That is literally the quote that I said to him. I said to him this was going to be the new standard for horror games, and he doesn't even just take the game suggestion out of my mouth. He doesn't even take my great ideas out of my brain. He steals the words from my throat. He stole everything right from under me. He just whoop. All gone. So you all thought that this wasn't a real betrayal? Can you believe that? The honor that we as YouTubers hold to each other is sacred, and he threw it on the ground and stomped all over it because, oh, he had to just get a sweet, sweet taste of Egghead Gumpty long before. Hope I'm doing well. Thanks for the hundo. I'm not doing well. I'm not doing well. I'm not doing well at all. Can you see this? Can you see this? You seeing this? You know, that was even gonna be like the thumbnail I was gonna make. I can't fathom the audacity. I can't fathom the pure audacity. How could he? I don't even know. Benedict Nestor. I don't even know how Ethan Nestor could have possibly done this. I don't know how he could have done this. I guess you never really know what people are capable of. The evil that is cooking up inside, you know, this mind here, the kind of horrid truths that are lurking deep beneath this surface. You know, you'd think you'd know, but you really don't. Do you? Do you? Do you? Do you? No, you don't. Anyway, let's do a video review. I built the doghouse and it went terribly 3 hours ago. I bet it did. You know what? I bet it did. If our creations are a mirror of our own souls, I bet that turned out very poorly, huh? I bet it did, Ethan. Or should I say Crank Gameplays? What is it now? What even is it anymore? I don't even know. Whatever. And we don't even need to talk about this anymore. It just both makes me angry and terribly sad. Terribly sad. Pathetic thumbnail too. Terrible. Honestly bad. I have to do this? Oh, yeah. Yeah, sure. Yep. Just putting another crying thumbnail here. Trailer for his documentary, more like bad. That's what I have to say about that. Not subscribed? Yeah, not subscribed. You know what you want to say? Immediately. No longer subscribed. No longer subscribed. No longer. What is this? Reacting, let me see that. Yeah, real tasteful. Real tasteful there. I can't believe it. Just fully sold out, you know? That's what Ethan's done. Just fully 100% sold out. How dare he make an OnlyFans? Who would even dare do that? I can't believe this. Was this the backstabbing of Evan? How well do I know Jacksepticeye? Well, how well do we know Ethan Nestor? Apparently zero. Apparently nothing. Yeah. Apparently absolutely nothing. Disgusting. That's true. Absolutely. The betrayal. The outrage. Yeah. Can't believe this. Can't believe this. Not even making his own content anymore. Just remixing what's already there. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah. Good. Good stuff. Good. Great. I don't even know what this is about. Can you believe it? I cannot believe it. Can't believe it. I can't. So are you two not friends? Yeah, I would say absolutely. Friendship ended. And you know, this kind of betrayal is something that really opens your eyes to the truth of what a person really is. And I'm just glad that I finally came to my senses. And then we all... It's just a video? I'm sorry. It's just a video? It's just a video. Are you serious right now? Are you serious? It's just honestly, this is life. This is life. So if you think it's just a video, then maybe you need to reevaluate your priorities. Yeah. First it's a video, and then who knows? Who knows where it would go? Who knows? This is terrible. I hope you get through this part. Thank you. That's the response I was looking for. Thank you. Now you truly understand what I'm going through. You truly understand. Yes. Thank you. Who said that? I don't know. You know, it was probably Ethan on his alt account. Ethan would never. Ethan already did. Ethan already done. This was 10 days ago. 10 days ago. I've sat on this and I've stewed on it and I've let it fester inside my soul, and no more! No more! I shan't have it. I shan't have it. If you missed what he did, I'm not going to get back into it again. You're going to have to wait until the stream ends and you can watch the archive, or if there's a DVR on this thing, maybe go for there. What's going on here? What did Ethan do this time? I can't speak on it anymore. I gotta let the past be the past. If you missed it, you missed it. This is one way to help your friend's channel by trying to build heat and quote drama to help generate more views for him. What? That's ridiculous. That's absurd. Shut up. Stupid. Man, that's probably Ethan on his alt account, just being a terrible human being again. Anyway, so yeah. Anyway, whatever. I needed an excuse. I had an idea for a thumbnail. And I went with that. But it's true. I actually did. This is not actually a lie. I told him about Egghead Gumpty. I told him about it. That's all true. And then he went out there and played it before me. Everything I said is true. Nothing that I said in this stream was a lie. Not a one thing. All of that happened. All of that occurred. And it's up to you to decide how horrible it was. How horrible how horrible he betrayed me. You know what I mean? Help. Hope you're doing alright. I don't know. I don't know. Ethan losing 100% of his followers. And it's deserved! Unforgivable. 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 Anyway, hi. Hi, by the way. This is just gonna be a chat and stream. Like, I just wanted to catch up. I, have been incredibly busy. I'm really shifting gears. You're probably getting whiplash from how hard I'm shifting gears here. But I've been incredibly busy, like extraordinarily busy, but all for good reasons. For those of you who don't know, I've been in the post-production process for Iron Lung, and that's been going incredibly well. Very happy about like the progress, and there's some exciting things on the horizon for that. But I wanted to catch up because there's another reason why I haven't been uploading videos. It's actually like a personal reason that I haven't been, in addition to being very busy. And it's not like anything calamitous. It's something that I've actually mentioned before, in either Distractable or other things. But it's like, it's been very difficult for me to focus on work or multiple things that I have to do because I'm always doing a bunch of different things. Because I haven't been able to get my ADHD medication. So I didn't want to have like a long break on my channel. I never like to do that. But if I have to, you know, I do. When I was filming earlier this year, obviously I was on set for like 14 hours a day on average. And then I would come home and there would be no time to even think about recording something, and then the weekends were very busy. So things like that is like understandable if I'm not able to post videos. But the unfortunate thing was, yeah, I know again, yes. It's not even the shortage thing. So if you guys don't know, there has been a shortage in like ADHD medications. And that has been affecting people. But mine was like compounded because not only, I talked about it in like, Ruin. That's when I was talking about it, is like, that's when the problem started, and I thought it would be like fixed before that. But I said in Ruin, my doctor just kind of stopped answering the phone. And that was very strange. My doctor just stopped answering the phone, which apparently that can just happen. So I've been without medication for a while, and I talk on and off about ADHD and something like that. Usually in member streams I talk about it more. But it's actually been affecting my ability to keep up with my channel in general. And it's something that I just wanted to talk about. I'm not trying to be like apologize or an explanation. This is my life and I deal with it as I can. But I think it's helpful for you guys to understand a little bit of it, because once again, there was this clip that I talked about on Distractable about ADHD, that's making the rounds again on TikTok and other social media about me talking about my experience with ADHD. And one thing I want to clarify is what I said in that clip was how I felt a long time ago. When I was about 16 years old, when it was at its worst, before I got a diagnosis, before any of that stuff, before I even realized I had it, before I did any of the work to build up from there. And the reason I want to clarify is not because that I'm trying to backtrack anything that I said there. I'm trying to add additional context to it and how it applies, and kind of give a retrospective of where I am today in my life. And so I got diagnosed about when I was like 20, something like that. I went to a doctor myself and I found one, and I was just like, I gotta get an answer about this. I gotta get an answer. And so I went, and then I got tested, and they were like, yep, you have it, and here, start this medication routine, and yada, yada, yada. And it was life-changing. It wasn't life-changing just because of the medication. That helped a lot. But it was life-changing just to know, like, that I had it, you know? Because then when you know, you can start from a place of certainty instead of constantly wondering where you're coming from. But what I want to say is, like, versus where I am today, I'm still able, even without medication, I'm still able to keep up with some of the work that I have to do. Like, I was editing videos every day, even though I wasn't able to get my prescription. And this is something that I want people to recognize for those of you out there with ADHD or something similar. You know, it's not that you shouldn't be without your medication. It's just like, I don't want anyone to ever think that it's completely hopeless if you don't have it, because the medication is one thing, but the therapy is like an entire another part of it. Having habits and building strong habits in the interim is what can carry you through, so that you can feel like you can stay on top of things. It may not get you all the way there, and I'm kind of like telling you a living example of this in the past 2 months. That I wasn't able to get everything that I wanted to do done, and I had to take more breaks than I ever would have normally done, and I'd have to take less time in doing things so that my own brain could feel like it wasn't going insane. It's tough. It is tough, and that's why also I think that it's important for people to realize that just like having a medicine or something like that isn't always going to be the complete fix, but it's part of it. And there's a stigma around medications too, and I'm trying to like both clarify that the daily practice and routines that you set yourself are important, and also the medication, if it helps, you don't need to feel bad about taking it either. Yeah. And what about snot dripping down my nose? Am I crying? Is there snot everywhere? Am I blasting snot out of every orifice? No, I don't think so. You're not gonna get me like that. Sounds like a horrible horror game. ADHD? Yeah, something like that. Yeah, sometimes it can be. Nope, you're good. Thank you. Thank you very much. I don't know why that one comment in the like blur of comments sometimes gets like jumps out to me. Maybe that's just part of the ADHD. But what I was saying before I got horribly sidetracked by that, is that when it comes down to like where I am now, I was able to do the work on the movie, but I wasn't able to record videos, and I definitely wasn't able to keep up with that. 'Cause it's really hard to shift gears when you're trying to get many things done when you have ADHD. It's really, really hard. And thankfully, finally, I was able to find a new doctor, because that was the biggest challenge, is like just finding someone that was going to take a new patient. And I was able to get a prescription for Azstarys, and I was able to actually get that filled, and I was actually, like, just as of last week, get back on it, and it's been much better. And as you can tell on the channel, I've started posting videos again, which is great, because I've also been doing work on the movie, and I've actually been able to multitask, and it hasn't been feeling too overwhelming, and I've been able to actually keep on top of things. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. Because it is compounding, and like there's a lot of different facets to it, and there's a lot of different reasons to go with one therapy versus another, but like currently where I'm at, and thankfully, Azstarys does not have the shortage, because for those of you out there, there's a bunch of different types of medication, but there has been like this nationwide shortage for about a year now, like a year or so, and it doesn't seem like it's going to get any better, but like at least the medication that I'm currently on is in stock, and I'm able to get that. And it seems to be working for me a lot better than my last one. So all in all, it's very good. And I'm able to keep up with videos, and I'm able to keep up with stuff. So even though Ethan got ahead of the video before I got to the glory that is Egghead Gumpty, you know, that's my reasoning for it. That's my excuse for it. Yeah. Why is there a shortage? I don't know. I have no idea. The last I heard, and this is like the dumb pharmaceutical industry, is like there's like limits on how much of that stuff that companies can make or something like that. And for some reason, one reason or another, the pharmaceutical companies that make it were not fulfilling the maximum of their allotted amount, and I don't know why. Again, I have no idea. That's far beyond me. All I get to do is be pissed at, you know, the various issues that I run into. Yeah. Why am I mad at Ethan? I told him I was gonna play a game, and he snuck it out before me. Grow up, Mark. About what? About Ethan? Never. I'm never gonna forgive him about that. I'm never gonna forgive him. He is dead to me forever and a day. Absolutely. Am I excited about the FNAF movie? I can't speak to anything, Wink, about the FNAF movie, wink wonk. I couldn't possibly say a single word about the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, wink wonk wink. Yeah. Sounds like a skill issue. Which one? ADHD? Yeah, what an insult to put on. I have ADHD. That sounds like a skill issue. This is confusing. No way. It's not confusing. I am so excited. Wink wonk for the movie. Let's stop being such a tease. I'm not teasing. I just love winking. I love it. I love it. I just think it's more funny that you're not tricking anyone anymore. About what? What's the true answer? Say it definitively. About anything. Am I tricking you? I'm not tricking anybody because it's not a trick. Wink. Wonk. Wink. A wonk cancels out the wink. I don't know if you knew that. Am I going to TwitchCon? No, I don't have time for anything. I don't have time for anything. This is the reason why you have trust issues. It's not really my fault though if you have trust issues. I've been very consistent in my untrustworthiness for quite some time now. Speak in my deep voice, please.
This is deep enough for you? I don't know what you mean by deep voice. Is this deep enough for you? I don't think I can go any deeper. Maybe a little bit more.
How's my OnlyFans? Oh god, I didn't even say that the OnlyFans money has been donated. I forgot to tell you guys about that. So yeah, the money was withdrawn and split up. I ended up not doing a third drop, even though I said I would. Mostly just because I wasn't able to take the time to actually edit the videos. That's how busy I was. And it was getting so late after the process because I started the OnlyFans and then I went off and filmed a movie. And then I had to do all the post-production stuff for the movie, so I literally didn't have any time, and it got to about, like, June, and I was like, frick, it's been, like, half a year, and I haven't even gotten this money over. So I ended up just, like, I withdrew the money, and I sent it off to the charitable organization. So that is already there. I can post proof of that if you guys would like, but it has been donated, and all of that money is to the right places and people. Yeah. When am I gonna... I played Caught on Camera. I just did it. I literally just did Caught on Camera. I did that. Yeah, I did. Yeah. The tastefulness, yes, very, very tasteful. Did I pledge it or donate it? Donated. Did I say pledge? No, it's wait, what would even be the difference? I have no idea. It's donated. The money is in their hands. Yes. That's the correct answer. Anyway, I'll get proof soon. Like, just because I always like to be transparent about that stuff. Hey Mark, I have a question. I mean, you can ask it, but I just so happen to see this comment of you saying that you have a question. I cannot guarantee I'm gonna see the follow-up. Because if you've seen chat, it's a little bit fast. Yeah. Favorite superhero? I don't really have one. No, I don't have one. Slender the Arrival replay. Oh yeah, I forgot that they're actually gonna make another one of those. I did forget about it. Put on slow mode. This is slow mode. This is. Yeah, it doesn't get much slower than this. Yeah. First time ever seeing me live. Oh, yeah, thank you. Yeah, I just wanted to catch up because it has been a little bit. Talk about like why I haven't been uploading videos and what I've been working on. And also the fact that I need to keep working, basically, is what I'm gonna say. I've actually recorded some extra videos, so I have more videos lined up for a little bit here. But there's a very exciting opportunity for me that I have to apply myself 100% for. And I love making shit. I love doing this stuff. I love making content. And I've really enjoyed working on this movie. It's such a fun challenge. And basically for the next 2 weeks, I'm gonna be doing nothing but that. Barring the exception of trying to make a video here and there and getting videos posted. And I do want to do that. I absolutely do. Yeah. But there's something really cool on the horizon that I'm going to be kind of putting all my effort into, you know. Quote me last time saying putting my whole Marcussy into this. I'm going to be doing that, except with a lot more regret of saying that out loud than I had last time. And I had a lot of regret saying that out loud. Yeah. You just started YouTube because of me? Oh, well, good luck. Hope you enjoy it. Yeah, something cool. It is, yeah. I want to be a little less secretive about, you know, this project as I have been in the past. I love doing the whole ARG thing and the teasing it and the being obscure about it. But at the same time, like, this is just a really fun project. It's a really fun thing that's happening. But for right now, I have to be a little bit... I still have to keep a little bit secret. But very soon, there's going to be some cool stuff happening. I'm just having a great time. When is the trailer for Iron Lung coming out? I have the next trailer literally ready to go. I did get approval from SAG to be able to promote it, so we are approved. But at the same time, I'm holding off just because there is something really cool on the horizon and I kind of want to tie it up a little bit. Yeah, I want everything to fall at the same time. Reveal your secrets. So you're gonna get the secrets soon. You're gonna hear about everything very, very soon. So don't worry about anything. It's all gonna come out very soon. But for now, I gotta like nose to the grindstone, work on this and just not stop working on it until it's done. Yeah. Mark, just happy to be here at Plier. I am! You know what? I am. I actually am. I feel a lot better now that I actually have medication and I'm able to get my prescription. Like, that does help a lot. But it also, I want to be very clear that I've been excited to work on this because it's kind of an application of all of my skills. When I say I put, you know, my whole self into this, it really is a culmination of, you know, everything I've worked on for a very long time. And it's exciting because I'm just at like the beginning of it. And I'd say that In Space with Markiplier was probably the culmination of 10 years of me learning stuff on YouTube and then putting that all into one project. Everything that I've learned distilled down to one thing, right? If that's what I had to describe Space was, that's what it is. In all the terms that it is, and also in the overly ambitious terms that it is. And I think I did really well. I think it was great. But, you know, Iron Lung is kind of like, it's kind of the first foray into a wider world of bigger productions. And even though I can say, like, I've done this stuff kind of before, it's exciting to me that there is a whole world left to learn about productions and about video making and about essentially content creation, even though you can hardly call a movie content. But, you know, making things has always been my passion. Making things, you know, on the internet is just such a fulfilling thing, and to me, this is just a bigger version of that. You know, that's just like, it's another exciting chapter of it. And there's a lot to it that leaves me with the only conclusion that, like, my God, I gotta keep up with it. My God, I gotta learn so much. There's so much cool stuff out there. You know, it's great. I just love it. I love every part of it. Yeah. We're gonna get Iron Lung merch. Why is that the main priority here? Why is that the main priority? You're gonna get a movie! Am I gonna make another movie after Iron Lung? Oh yeah, I mean, I'm gonna make another whatever. If you ask me, am I gonna make another anything? The answer is probably yes. I've always said it, that I'm gonna be sliding into the grave, wishing I could make one more thing. But, you know, yeah, I'm gonna keep making stuff. As long as I have more to learn, I'm gonna keep making stuff. Yeah. Yes, Iron Lung will be in theaters. Again, I don't know about international though, but it's gonna be in theaters, that's what it's intended for. Just don't know when yet, and I will let you know exactly, when possible. Another hate video? Yes, this is another hate video. I hate Ethan Nestor. Friendship ended. How did the strike influence filming? It didn't really. We were already done filming by the time the strikes happened. It affected it a little bit in terms of post-production, because, you know, you need ADR and stuff like that, but, really, we were all done filming anyway, so it's all good. I've just been knee-deep in the editing process. Yeah. Blood merch when? Yeah. How's Chica? Chica's great. Chica's good. Chica's really good. If you saw, Chica recently took over the channel in Scary Games 101, so if you haven't seen that, it's kinda, she's doing good. She's very good. Mark on his deathbed, one more movie. Dies. Yeah, pretty much. I've got no updates on Edge of Sleep. Like I've always said, that's out of my hands. That's not my purview of things, so I can't tell you anything because I don't know anything. Yeah. Did I break the blood record? I'm almost positive that we did. I'm almost positive that we did, and it's hard to say. Okay, so what that means is, for this movie, I think we have the world record for most amount of blood used in a movie, and I'm almost 100% sure that we have that. And I say that with confidence because there are other claims from other movies for amounts of blood. We have a verifiable number of amount of blood that we used from multiple different metrics. And I've said this before, I think, but I'm gonna say it again. If you take red dye and you put it in water, that's not fake blood. That's red water. There's a big difference between actually getting some special effects fake blood and some red water. So let's be very honest with ourselves. So if anyone's claiming to make a kind of world record attempt, you gotta have actual fake blood first. It's funny to say actual fake blood, but I think everyone in the movie industry probably knows what I'm talking about. Or anyone else, anywhere. Yeah. Guys, it was real blood. I wish. You know, that had been considered. I'm probably saying a little too much there, but that had been considered because I was looking up, and there was an episode of Fear Factor, right? Way back in the day, there was an episode of Fear Factor that had contestants basically like bobbing for organs in a pool of fake blood, or real blood, quote unquote real blood. Again, the claim is one thing, but can you verify it is another. And so that Fear Factor episode has, you know, there's images of it and it looks horrid. It looks like they're swimming in blood, and for all I know it is, because they say it's like they got it from slaughterhouses, right? They got excess blood from slaughterhouses and they just filled a pool with it. Horrible, right? Unethical in many degrees, but that was a thing. So it's like, when I say consider it, I didn't say like, ooh, I really want to pour real blood in here, but it was just one of those things where it's like, what other productions have ever had like an ocean's amount of blood, right? And you look up that and you look up the picture and it's like, holy shit, oh my God. So it's not actually gonna be, well, it's not actually ever gonna be considered, but it's like, apparently that can happen. Apparently you sign enough waivers and you can make anything occur. Yeah. Wait, I miss it. Use Ethan's blood. Is the blood processed when you buy real blood? I don't know. I've never bought real blood before. I don't know what the processing you would do is. I don't know. Do you pasteurize it? I don't know. Anyway, yeah. NDA your way to blood ocean. Yeah. So long as you guys don't ask questions of where the blood came from, I think we're all gonna Have a great move. I can't wait to cut my hair. Can't wait to cut my hair. Fuck. Can't wait to cut my hair. Jesus. Did you have to use an anticoagulant? We did not use real blood. That's what I don't need everybody walking out of this to say. We did not use real blood. It was not real blood. Nothing. Anything can happen when you sign enough waivers. I want to make all of you sign waivers. I'm not gonna... Don't cut the hair, please. You don't understand. You don't understand. I'm so sick of it. I'm so sick of it. I'm so sick of eating my own hair. I'm so sick of it getting in my eyes. I'm so sick of it. That's why I've been wearing the headband most of the time, is just because, like, I can't deal with it just constantly going in my mouth. Anyway. Not real blood. Not real blood. No, definitely not real blood. Yeah. I have some ideas for videos that are going to be coming out soon. I had one that I didn't know if it was going to work or not, and I think it does. I'll check if it's done, actually. That might be tomorrow, but yeah, I got some good ideas of things coming up. I've got more review videos too that I think will be fun. If you recognize my face from this thumbnail, it's from the Takis is Dead to Me video. So that's where that came from. So I want to do more reviews too. But for the next 2 weeks, I really got to buckle down and I got to work on some stuff. It's going to be worth it. I think you'll see. You'll realize sooner than you know why I was working so hard on this and why I was sprinting so much on this. But like, you'll see. It is a lot easier with my prescription. Like, not only that, is just like, I've been, if you listen to Distractible, I've been struggling to switch my medication for almost a year now, and I finally have been able to get a consistent supply, and it's very nice. It is much better than what I was on before. I used to take Adderall, and now I take Astaris, and it's working out a lot better for me. I can actually sleep, and you'd be surprised at how much that just affects everything. You know, not even if you have ADHD or not, but quality sleep is one of the most important things that you could possibly do. And so, yeah, that's very, very important, but one of many things. Yeah. So now that I'm actually able to do that, I'm going to be focusing on, just getting this stuff done. I always love working on this stuff, and I do love a deadline, and I love a challenging parameter with which to do something. And I don't know, there's this cool opportunity in front of me, and I'm going to do everything I can to, I don't know, make it happen. I think like that's really what boils down my desire to make stuff. Is my entire career has just been, there's been opportunities which you could consider to be luck in terms of what I do in content creation in general. But when there's an opportunity and you have a chance to excel and exceed yourself and rise to the occasion, I always love chances like that. They're so few and far between, and this is just like a really wonderful opportunity for it. It's really cool. So, yeah, I'm gonna get there. Yep. Yeah. I don't think I'm gonna buzz my head. I don't think I'm gonna buzz it. But I am excited to get rid and go back to short. I think that short will be lovely. And I think that see, this is exactly what I'm talking about. It gets in your hair. It gets in your goddamn hair. It gets in your hair. I could, for the right reason I would. For the right reason I would buzz my head. But I haven't had the right reason. I might do it. I might. I haven't buzzed my head. Don't, for God, please don't buzz. It grows back, It does. For legal reasons, I have to tell you, it's not real blood. Yeah. It does grow back. It does. At least for now. It grows back, so it wouldn't be that long. Yeah. We don't care. God, I don't understand why people are so attached to my hair at any given time. Yeah. For the love of God, don't. My description says it's garden abandonment. It does it? Oops. Oh. I forgot to change that. Oh, oops. Alright, whatever. Yeah. Nah, it's fine. Okay, it's just a pain in the ass. It's a pain in the ass. Red hair again? No way. I'm never gonna dye my hair again. I don't think ever again. Will Iron Lung have garden abandonment? I don't even know what that means. I don't even think you know what that means. I don't think you know any of what that means. I don't think you understand what you're even talking about. Why is Ethan dead to me? Oh man, you gotta go back in time. You gotta go back in time. Yeah. To the beginning of the stream, not go back in time. I gotta go back in time and undo the decision to be his friend in the first place, but you know, you gotta go back in time. What if you just wake up? Like, it's kind of like that wake up from a coma. It's just someone, you gotta go back in time. You have to go back in time right now. You gotta go back in time. This is your message. You gotta go back in time right now. And it's like, if you don't, you know, you'll never wake up from the coma. Yeah. How much blood is too much blood? I think I found out. I think I found out. Dude, we use so much blood that, you literally have to start thinking of the sheer weight of how much liquid you're using. Like, that is an active consideration when you get to the quantities that we are using, is just wondering if the structural integrity of walls are going to hold. That's when you get into the quantities of, you know, you might have too much. Yeah. Anyway. Did you drink it afterwards? I mean, I ended up drinking a little bit of it, but it wasn't intentional. No, not at all. Yeah. What did Ethan do? Yeah. Gotta have to ask someone else. Yeah. What is blood yapping about? What is blood? Do you not know what blood is? Did it taste good? Not at all. Not at all. No, absolutely zero. Absolutely zero. Yeah. Yeah, it was a lot. That's hence why I think we have the record. Yeah. How do we get rid of it? That's a good question. That's a good question. I should know the answer to that. I should know the answer to that. I know we did it responsibly. I'll get back to you on that one. I'll get back to you on that one. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mark, you were a massive inspiration for me throughout my life. Along with other creators, I'll eventually get my first computer ever so I could possibly start trying to do content myself. Again, thanks for raising me, as did for millions of others. Well, thank you very much, but I want to point out, I didn't raise anybody. I didn't raise. Y'all would turn out much more messed up if that was the case. No, we disposed of it! We disposed of it, but thank you very much for that. Well, we disposed of it! We did dispose of it. Responsibly. Ethically. We did, definitely. There isn't just a lake out there, somewhere, that just got mysteriously really bloody all of a sudden. No. No, not at all. Not at all. Not at all. Definitely not. Yeah, anyway. Use my spear on Ethan? I don't think so. Sons of the Forest when? Whenever Bob and Wade get off their lazy behinds and record with me. Actually, no, I've just been very busy, so I haven't been able to do that. But soon enough I will. Yeah, absolutely soon enough I will. Yep, absolutely. Anyway, any final questions before I close it up here? I got more work to do today. I gotta record at least like a couple more videos, and then hopefully I can get going on that. But any last minute questions before I leave? Not game suggestions, not asking, oh, are you gonna play this? I don't care about that. Think I'm some kind of gamer. Yeah, not at all. Not at all. You miss me? I miss you guys too. I miss making videos, so it's good to be back. Yeah. Oh, going too fast. I can't even read it anymore. No game suggestions. No game suggestions. No. This is seeing a lot of, oh god. Do you really not lying about Ethan? Not lying! He's dead to me. What happened? You're late? Too late, criminal! What was the blood for? The movie! How was my day? My day was good. We just got back, actually. It's actually really cool. I got back from, talking sound with the sound engineer. You guys might have heard me talk about this guy named Brad. So Brad has worked on the other projects that I've done, Space and Heist, and he did the sound mixing for those, and he's a very talented dude. He's also fun to work with. He also recently finally won an award. He won an Emmy, because he mixed, Fathom. So he did Fathom on Apple TV, which is a documentary movie about whales and whale noises and talking to whales. I actually have to watch it. He showed me some of the work that he'd done, and I didn't even realize like how connected that work would be to what we're doing now, because it's about whale sounds and it's about underwater stuff, and it's like, that is oddly topical. Mark, do you have any advice for dealing with ADHD? I do, but a lot of what I would say would be kind of an easier said than done situation, you know. I would say the things that have helped me a lot are setting a schedule in terms of sleep. That is crucial in my mind, and sticking to it. I've been on the same relatively similar sleep schedule for about 8 years now, and that has gone a long way to help out the consistency of the day. Also, this applies to anybody, even if you don't have ADHD. The first thing that you do in the day will directly impact how the rest of your day is and how your mental state is during the rest of the day, but especially for ADHD. So if the first thing you do is open your phone and look at TikTok, you know, that should be an indication that, you know, it's not going to set the right pace. The whole concept of like waking up on the right side of the bed is important. I would not recommend keeping your phone by your bed when you go to sleep. And I know that can sound like sacrilege, but trust me, like, you don't realize how addicted you are to your phone until you take it away at night and in the morning. Because if you think of it like this, imagine if you were a smoker, some of you may be, and you wake up and the first thing you do in the day is smoke a cigarette. Like that's an indication of something that you can't go without it, right? It's an addiction. And I think like people don't realize how addicted they are to their phones. I'm not saying throw your phone away. That's not what I'm saying. Just like at a certain time at night, don't do it. Put your phone away. Keep your phone away from you. And then at a certain time when you wake up, don't go for it first thing, right? That's really, it sounds like such a small thing. It is actually a very big psychological hurdle, but that's one of the simplest things you can do because it sets the pace for your day, gets your brain time to actually wake up and be aware. And then just don't be afraid of your own, like, of actually being in your own head. Meditation is something that helps a lot. There's a neuroscientist, Andrew Huberman, I think he is. He's done an episode on ADHD that talks about it a lot, and I haven't been very consistent about this one. He recommends like in the morning about 18 minutes, which is a weird amount of time. Meditation for 18 minutes, just trying to mindfully think about what your day is. That really does help. I have not been able to consistently do that or incorporate it into it, but I do hope to do that someday. I've heard that helps a lot. So definitely if you want to try something, that would be one of them. But a regular sleep schedule and then not getting on your phone, which I'm not perfect about either, is definitely going to be the main thing that you should do. Talking to your doctor, working on like a routine and planning things out. Medication does help, but getting the right medication does help. I hate to say it, but there's a lot of like blanket sweep prescriptions that go out there and like typical things. And there are a lot of like newer medications and newer treatments that are out nowadays that are significantly better, at least in my experience. I can't tell you which one specifically, but I would recommend talking to a medical professional about that. That's, again, way more than what I could do. Yeah. And then other than that, that's about it. That's all I can say for now in this short amount of time that I have. Would you ever act in big movies if you ever had the chance? Maybe. It just depends on what it is, and what you define as like a big movie. Believe it or not, I don't absolutely live to act is the thing. I've worked very hard at it because I hate being bad at things. But I'm not really here to be like the greatest actor that ever lived. Do you like acting or directing more? I like directing more. In all honesty, most of what I do because I'm in front of the camera is just because it's my channel and like they're my ideas, so I feel like I should execute them. It's not by any desire to be in the limelight or whatever. You know, it's just like I like crafting stories and I like making things. And usually, you know, if you're starting out, you got to do everything yourself anyway. So yeah, that's what I do. And if I'm gonna be in front of the camera, I don't want to be bad, so I work on that. Yeah. What about ADD? I couldn't tell you the difference. I don't even know. Is the movie going to be PG-13? What part of Blood Ocean don't you understand? Anyway, yeah. Is it X-rated? Oh, it's definitely not. Wink wonk, wink wonk. Yeah. I think you'd be a great GM for a tabletop RPG. I would never have the time. But maybe. I think that'd be pretty fun. That would be pretty nice. Yeah. Will the movie be for babies? I don't think so. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. It depends on the baby, I guess. Yeah. Why do I gotta join it X-rated? Oh, listen. You gotta join sometime. That's just what it is. You know. That's just what it is. Why is Ethan dead to me? I've already explained this 1,000 times. I don't even want to hear his name ever again. Wait. Is it really a movie and how long? Yeah. It's really a movie. Of movie length. Of course it's a movie. Yeah. It's gotta be in theaters. Am I anxious for the movie? Nah, not really. I've never really been anxious about any of my projects that I've made. Mostly just because I get anxious about, what do I get anxious about? I get anxious about, I was anxious this past month just because it was hard for me to focus. So I was like worried, like, oh man, I really got to get this done, and like getting behind never feels good. So that gives me anxiety. But once it's done, I always know that a project is as good as it can be, because that's as good as I could do. And I put everything I have into it, and that's as good as it will be. That's what's carried me through YouTube for a very long time. Movies would be no different. But at the same time, must be nice to not get anxious over everything. I don't have time to get anxious, really. I mean, I'm not saying I'm immune to it. I do get anxious. Like I just said, getting behind gets me anxious. Like, I don't like missing deadlines, and I don't like missing out on time. And also, like, because I'm so focused on the work itself doesn't get me anxious. All the other things that I miss out on because I'm so focused on the work, that does get me anxious. I'm just so hyper-focused on it that I don't even have time to worry about it. And also, I recognize that, you know, no matter what, it's not going to be perfect. Nothing that you make ever is going to be perfect. It's just going to be the best that you can do. And so long as you do the best you can do, like, what anyone else says has no effect on how I move forward with what I do. I'm still gonna make another thing afterwards. I'm still gonna put everything I have into it, and I'm still gonna do it as good as I can. And that's what's allowed me to be where I am today, where I have the skills to do these things. If you spend so long worrying about like whether people are gonna like it, you lose out on the idea of you liking it in the first place. And so me, when I look at this stuff, I just work on it until I like it. And once I like it, that doesn't change based on what anyone else says. I still like it because I was in the trenches making me like it, working it to the point where I liked it. I was going through the entire process of getting the point where I like it. Me liking it is a long journey that no one else walked, and I'm not going to walk them down that journey. I don't have time to walk them down to the place if they like it. And so me wasting time trying to convince someone else that they should like my thing is not my problem. That's their problem. If they don't like it, that's not my problem. And it's also not something I'm going to hold against them because they didn't go through all the process to like it, and maybe it's just not their type of thing. I didn't make it for them. I made it for me. I made it because I like making things, and once I like the thing that I make another thing that I like. And that's pretty much my philosophy. It's not groundbreaking, it's not like revolutionary in terms of thought processes, but that's just what I do. That's what I've always done. That's anything I've ever done on YouTube is, or any other type of content creation, is like I just work on it until I like it, and then whether or not other people like it is just, it's a moot point. I don't even think about it because it's not even a concern of mine, because why would it be, right? And I know that's so easy for me to say, but I've talked to many other YouTubers about this, and they don't seem to have the same mindset for it, and I kind of like get it. Like, I understand conceptually the idea of wanting to have everything that you do liked by other people or be liked by other people, but it's like, God, I work so hard on just me liking myself. Like, isn't that enough of a battle? Like, why do I gotta fight other people's battles to like me for them? And that's not my job. That's their job. Like, fuck that. I don't have time for that. You know what I mean? I just don't have time for that. Yeah, I got enough to do for myself. Yeah. Will I retire from YouTube? I'll probably go down with this ship kicking and screaming. I don't know. YouTube will die someday, and then I'll move on to something else. But at the same time, I like it here. It's fun.
It's fun. Until it's not fun, I'm not really gonna worry about doing something else. Yeah. If I find something that's more fun and I need to dedicate all my time to it, sure, yeah, absolutely. But this is fun. I like it. Yeah. What's my favorite part of filming the movie so far? I don't really know. Probably the sound design. That was very fun. We were over in Austin talking sound, and that was just like on a conceptual level. Just very, very cool. I love sound, and obviously this movie needs a lot of good sound. And so we just so happened to have like the best person for the job in terms of sound, which is great because, you know, I've been working with Brad for a little bit now, and he's just very talented. So I told him, you know, it's such a tragedy. Within Space and Heist with Markiplier, I kept telling him, like, I'm so sorry, man, you're so talented, but the majority of people who watch Heist and Space are gonna watch it on their phone. And you should have seen the color just drain from his face. You know, this is a guy that's worked on, you know, most of Robert Rodriguez's movies. You know, he's worked on tons of projects. He just won an Emmy, you know, and he's just like, no, you can't tell me that. You can't tell me that, man. And I said, yeah, man, I'm sorry. Look, as much as I can tell you guys that you should watch, you know, Space and Heist on a good TV with a nice sound system, you're not gonna do it. I know the statistics. And the statistics would blow your mind. They would blow your mind. You know the percentage of people that watched it on a mobile device? This might have been an iPad, but even so, it's not good enough. Do you want to know the number? Because I know the number. And it's depressing. You want to know the number? 84%. 84% of you. 84% of you watched Space on a mobile device. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. I was just like, oh no, we work so hard. I don't know if they consider a laptop a mobile device. I don't think so. I think there's a separate category for laptop. Maybe there is. I can't remember. I haven't looked in a while. But it's like PC and desktop, and then TV and mobile. Maybe they do count laptops. Maybe it's not as bad on a laptop, I guess, because that's slightly bigger than a phone, but the speakers usually on a laptop aren't the greatest. Even if you have like a MacBook, it's not that great. They, as much as, you know, Apple will say, oh, this is the greatest studio quality speakers, it's like it's a laptop, it's not gonna be that great. So maybe Chromebooks are counted as mobile? Yeah. Laptop, I would accept a laptop because I get that's like, you know, that's what people, most people have TVs. Most people have a TV. Come on. I get it's harder to make the choices on a TV, but come on. Anyway, whatever. It's fine. iPad, whatever. I'm over it because this one is going to be in theaters, so you have no excuse. It's going to be in theaters. It's going to be in Dolby Atmos. You're going to have the best sound experience of your goddamn life, and you're going to watch it in theaters and not on your phone. Not on your phone! Gonna make you do it. Look, this guy's too talented for you to watch this shit on your phone. Too talented. Goddamn. Yeah. So you get ready. If you haven't experienced Atmos before, well, I don't know. Most people have at this point because, most of you have seen a movie probably recently. Yeah. You're gonna wait until it's out of theaters. God, you know, screw you. Screw you! You're gonna watch it on your phone just to spite me? No, not IMAX. Oh my god, not IMAX. Do you know how hard it is to film IMAX? You probably don't, but like, do you know what it takes to make an IMAX movie? An actual one, not just like played in an IMAX, because it probably would be played in an IMAX capable theater, but that's different than actual IMAX. IMAX is impossible. Like, there's no way you just casually do an IMAX project, right? You don't. Like, you just don't. Number one, the camera itself is massive. The reel of film is ungodly. It's way too much trouble. Oppenheimer was in IMAX, and that was like the first IMAX movie, real IMAX movie in like 7 years or something like that. And there's a reason, because, oh man. iMac? Are you talking? No, not iMac like a Macintosh computer. IMAX. Not iMac. Oh, you sweet summer child. I just saw a comment, someone was like, iMac is bad. I hate iMac. I'm like, No, it's no. IMAX are bad. Oh, it's so adorable. That's really adorable. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Yeah. I'm hoping UK. I'm hoping. But I can't say for certain because international is just like a whole different beast. It's a whole different beast. I have no idea. Give me a few months and I'll have a better answer for you, but I don't really know. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Where the gaming? I've been posting videos. I've been back on the videos. You go video. You go video. You go see my video. I'm back. I'm back, baby. Baby, I'm back. I'm on a roll. I'm back, baby. I'm back, baby. Go check out the videos that I've been making. I got cool stuff coming on the way. Yeah, what happened to Ethan? Dead to me. Dead to me. Do you care for numbers on my videos? Nah, I haven't cared about numbers in a long time. Yeah, I stopped caring about numbers, probably about maybe like 2017 or something like that. And I talked about this a lot. So I've talked about this before of just like the idea that, you know, my goal for the longest time was to be a big YouTuber. That was my only real goal. And then when you hit that goal, you kind of just get there and you're like, okay, now what? You know what I mean? Like that's kind of what happens is you just, I don't know. It's not a real good goal or something to focus on anyway. So no, and I'm not saying like anyone that cares about numbers sucks and is dumb and I'm smart. That's like not what it's about. Not caring about something just means like not thinking about it. It's not hating something. That's caring about something in a negative way. You know what I mean? There's a difference. It's just you gotta remove yourself from that because it gets in the way of everything. You know. And I know what you're thinking. Easy for me to say. I already am. I'm doing whatever. But at the same time, I think me stepping back from that rat race and like caring about so much is the reason why I'm still here. You know what I mean? Because think about it. I've been doing YouTube for like 11 years now. 11 years. And I'm still here making stuff. You know, and it's not like, oh yeah, you stop caring about numbers, you're gonna last forever. That's not it either. What I shifted my attention was caring about what I was making. You know what I mean? I cared about, you know, enjoying the process, whether it was like a complicated video or a higher production thing or a stupid video, you know, caring about all of it, just like having attention to detail in those elements of it, even on the dumb shit, you know, and having fun the entire time, that and challenging myself, you know, more than just having fun, because at the same time, I don't want to give the illusion that like, if you have fun, you're going to find success, because that's not it either. Like I find success because I challenge myself and I exceed my previous limitations, right? I level up in terms of my creative potential because I always am chasing new things that I've never done before. And I want to do those things because it's an opportunity for me to learn both about myself and a new part of the craft of just making things in general. And by applying myself to the craft of making things and removing myself from the pursuit of reckless numbers, which if you want to do that, that's fine. I'm not saying it's necessarily a bad thing. I think it's just like it's a road that has no end, right? And that's fine if you want to do that. I'm also on a road that doesn't end because self-improvement and learning, it has diminishing returns, and also you as a person kind of diminish as time marches on. It's called getting older, and you start to lose the ability to exceed yourself, but in a weird way, you kind of learn to exceed yourself by honing and focusing what you can do. And so I'm not there yet, but you know, we'll all be there someday. So it's really just like I say that I don't care about numbers with confidence because I just don't think about them. You know what I mean? I just don't think about them. There's parts where it is, of course, important to be able to, like, you know, continue to make bigger and better things, but it's not always about making bigger and better things. Sometimes it's about making smaller and better things. Sometimes, you know, you can spread yourself so wide and reach for such a brilliant height that you spread yourself completely thin, because no matter what,
At the end of the day, you're just going to be one person. You can never be more than one person. You can never be more than just yourself. So by remembering that, you can focus on just improving what you as one individual can apply yourself to. And having that focus increases the amount of difference that you can make, because it's just like pressure over area. You know, it's you apply yourself in a very focused manner. It doesn't mean that you don't try just as hard, because I work unbelievably hard, and I want to work hard, and I want to exceed myself, and I want to challenge myself. And to challenge myself, it takes more and more effort. I don't lack in effort by forgetting about numbers. I actually apply more effort now than I ever have in my life. And that's because I enjoy the process of that effort. The application of the effort is what drives me. And the seeing of what I can do is what drives me, you know. I'm thrilled that there's a whole new world of creative potential that I can get into with filmmaking and stuff like this. It may also be something that I lose interest in a year. You know, I may be done with this one and never do another one again. That might be what it is. I don't think so, because I've already got more ideas of what to do. But you know, every once in a while you run into a dead end somewhere, and it's like, it's not really a dead end. It's just you got to make a left turn or a right turn somewhere. You know, and as long as if you just like keep staring at a brick wall and you're trying to think, oh, how do I get around this brick wall, or how do I go through this brick wall, you're never going to make it through the wall. Sometimes you got to backtrack. Sometimes you got to make a turn. You got to do something else. You got to try something else. If you don't try anything else, you're never going to know your own limitations, because you will get good at the one thing you're bashing your head against, and you'll get good at bashing your head against the wall. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, I don't know. That's about it. Any advice for starting a channel? I have no idea. I don't know. Whatever. Good luck. Have fun. Maybe. I don't know. I couldn't put it into words right away. But I also think, like, you know, starting a channel is an exercise in problem solving. You know what I mean? It's a challenge, right? It's a challenge. So if when you're starting a channel, what's your objective? Grow? Okay, that's a puzzle. How do you solve it? I can't answer that for you, because I don't know what you're capable of making, and I'm willing to bet that you don't know what you're capable of making, right? So already you know that you need to just illuminate the path forward before you can even walk on it. You need to see what the path even is before you can start. And sometimes seeing what the path is taking that first step and then falling precipitously to your doom. But yeah, it's a puzzle. It's a puzzle I can't answer for you. Only you can answer that. I can't do that for you. Yeah. Advice on editing. I am a god at editing. I am My advice is give up. You'll never be as good as me. You'll never beat me at I'm so good. I don't know. Advice at editing. It's skill. It's a skill. You just got to keep doing it, you know? Yeah, keep doing it. You'll get better. That's how it is for everything. You know, that is literally how it is for everything. But you don't do it mindlessly, right? You think about it, you know, you try to you think very critically about it, and you do it more. That's there. Yeah. Lixian edits everything for me. I don't do editing. I don't discredit Lixian's editing at all. But if you ask Lixian if he does everything, that is not true at all. And it's a discredit also to the other editors who work, Marcus and Rachel, on many of the videos that you enjoy. So it's not just Lixian out there. And also, he's very, very good. He's extremely good. Don't get me wrong at all. But he is one guy, and he cannot do it all. Like, he cannot do it all. And I wouldn't want him to do it all. Like, people need breaks every once in a while. Everyone in the FNAF ruin was like, Lixian's so great for editing in Mark screaming in the background. That was me, bitch! Oh, Mark was so clever. Lixian was so clever editing Shadow Bonnie onto the TV screen. That was me, bitch! Ha! Got him. Bam! Who's editing this movie? Well, all of us are helping. But me! That's right. Better than you ever thought. You didn't even know. You didn't even know. Ha! Fools. Nah, I mean, it's no big deal at all. If you think that Lixian does everything, that's also fine. I don't mind. But Marcus and Rachel do a lot of work, and they're incredibly talented too. And they help out to an amazing degree, especially with, you know, keeping things up to date on everything. Yeah.
Do I edit the final product that my editors give me? Not for most things. Usually Lixian gives the final stamp of approval on stuff, and he'll put in like the Lixian edits and whatnot. But for things like that are bigger projects, like the movie, I have to, at some point it just goes off to me. It just goes to me, and I have to finish it. That's just the long and the short of it. Because it's just like no one else can. It's at the point it's just a creative endeavor, and at that point, everyone has different creative inputs, and I wrote the thing, so I'm gonna edit the thing. Advice for not thinking so critically: turn your brain off. Don't think. Just don't think. I don't know. That's such a conversation. Yeah, that's a long conversation. Can't even think about having that. Ethan suggested Unisonus 2 and Mark killed them to avoid spending another year together. How true. How did you know about that? No thoughts, head empty. Absolutely. Yeah. Advice for playing Five Nights at Freddy's 3. I don't even remember. How you got to use the noise to keep Springtrap controlled, and then you it was something about keeping him in a certain spot so that it limited the amount of vents that he could access. And then being mindful of when he was going for another vent, because there was a certain clue that when he wasn't in a certain place or a couple certain places that he was definitely going for something else, because sometimes he would beeline it back for the last camera and go in that vent, and that was tricky because he was for some reason very fast when he did that, so you had to quickly shift your trap over to the other side. But it was I don't remember at all. It was very annoying. It was extremely annoying. Yeah. Yep. Advice for playing Amnesia: The Dark Descent. Man, I've never gotten advice on how to play. I'll give you advice on Frostpunk. You know what's funny about Frostpunk? Not many people know that I was super into that game. I did a stream on it, and I guess that video did pretty well, but it's I think in that one I was trying to do it on the hardest difficulty, but you guys had to make choices to get different laws for me, and also even wasting a few seconds just talking to you guys cost me that entire run. But I love Frostpunk, and I could give a lot of advice on how to play Frostpunk. Yeah. Frostpunk's so good. God damn, I love Frostpunk. That music. It's just the vibes. Everything's so cohesive. Oh, the depressing atmosphere is so great. Will I always be the king of Five Nights at Freddy's? Yeah. Sorry, everybody else. Always will be. Till the day I die. You can try to take a crown from me, but I don't think it'll work. Anyway. Probably. Yeah. I'd watch Frostpunk stream again. I'd have to get back into Frostpunk. I kind of played out of it. I played every scenario on the max difficulty with no deaths. It was tough. But I loved it every minute of it. I loved every minute of it. Yeah. How would you rate your taste in video games? Poor. Probably very poor. Yeah, very poor. Yeah. Advice on script writing. Write. That's about it. That's all I really got. Don't spend too much time brainstorming. Spend as much time as possible actually typing out words. You can trick yourself very easily into thinking that brainstorming is effective and going to help you get through that thing. You'd be surprised at how little it helps. And you'd be surprised at how much more helpful it is just to type random nonsense words. Even if they don't make any goddamn sense, just type words. That sounds like the craziest advice or the most simple advice or something like that. If you're trying to write and you're stuck on something, write gobbledygook. Literally write gobbledygook. And then if you're like, okay, Jack and Jill, where are they gonna go? Ah, man, should they go up a hill? Ah, should they go up a mountain? Ah, frick, Jack and Jill, they went, got some milk from the store. The store rhymes with boar. They got a spear to kill the boar. The boar was they had a duel on a hill. Oh, Jack and Jill, they went up on a hill to have a duel with a boar. Just write anything. It'll get you there. Your brain will connect the dots. And then before you know it, you have your first shitty draft. And you got your first shitty draft, boom, great, write it over again. Just do it again. Just literally, also, don't be afraid to let go. Don't be afraid to delete shit. Do not be afraid. Don't hold on to everything so tightly. Don't think you have gold. Don't ever think you have gold. Don't think that what you've written down is the most sacred thing you've ever seen. if you write something down, understand you could delete it at any given moment, and that'd be fine. Because then you would rewrite it. And in rewriting it, you would make more connections and you would go further and further. Nothing you write is gold. Nothing you write is sacred. In fact, get in the habit of sometimes just going, I delete it all. Whatever, I'm going to rewrite that all because I hate it. Because you'll spend more time rereading your own words instead of writing than you ever would actually just writing. So just write. Even if you have to delete everything you did, because it's not sacred and it's not the final product anyway, and you're gonna have to rewrite it anyway because it's the first shitty draft. No matter what you think is genius, it's not. Throw it away. It's not worth it. Just do it over again. If you hold on to it too tightly, you'll lose sight of absolutely all the other ideas that are floating out there. Yeah. What's the movie rated? Well, it hasn't been officially rated yet, but it's not gonna be for kids. I can tell you that. I can tell you. You know. If you want to write, you got to read a lot too. That also is true. Yeah, you should read a lot, and you should read a lot from a lot of sources. I'm a bad example of this because I pretty much exclusively read Warhammer 40k books. But at least they have many authors and many types of books. So as long as you're reading, I think that's really what matters. Yeah, read a lot. If you want to write, you're gonna have to read eventually. Just don't get too caught up in reading your own stuff, because that stuff doesn't matter. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, Warhammer. I did way too much Warhammer 40k books. Yeah. What is the title? I think it's self-explanatory. Ethan's dead to me. Come dead to me. How do I deal with demotivation? Oh, I mean, I get it as much as anybody else, I suppose. You'd be shocked at how motivating, though, a gun to the head is. You'd be shocked at how motivating a looming deadline that everything is counting on is. So, this is terrible advice, but if you constantly get yourself in situations where you have to do it or everything else will crumble around you, you'd be surprised at what you can get done. All right, cool, good. That's my advice. Don't listen to it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Deadline pressure. Yeah. Let's see. Hey, Mark, ADHD question here. Do you have any advice as to how to stay focused with ADHD? My parents won't let me get ADHD meds, so focusing can be really hard. Yeah, that can be tough. I don't know obviously how old you are, and don't say in chat, like, it's fine. But it can be difficult. I outlined this a little bit before. I would wonder why your parents are opposed to ADHD medication. I get it, it's to each their own. But there are better medications out there. Like, there really are, and I think, like, it's kind of a different landscape than it once was. Like, the medication that I'm on is, I forget what the chemical composition of it, but it's on the methylphenidate side of medications. There's, like, the amphetamine side, there's non-stimulants, and there's methylphenidate. There's a whole bunch of different types of medication for it. So I don't know if they're just thinking about one. Like, usually when people think of ADHD medication, they think of, like, Adderall. And Adderall is actually a very old drug. And it's, you know, there's a lot of research out there that Adderall is not the best for you, especially for long term. So I understand that. But the one I take, Astaris, is over on the methylphenidate side. And it's just like there are different effects for different people, and this is something that can only be diagnosed by a doctor. But even getting to the informing stage is sometimes important. If they're worried about, like, a stimulant medication, there are non-stimulant medications as well. So it is different for everybody, and there is not just one thing. Unfortunately, there are doctors out there that are just like, ADHD, here's your Adderall. You know, like, that's not really how it should be. It should be a long conversation and a thing called titration, which is the typical way that it does, which titration, if you took science classes, is like slowly ramping up the dose. You know, slow addition. You start at an extremely low dose because for some people they might need a higher dose. For some people, a low dose is sometimes too much. So it's like teach their own, and it's something that, like, it should be an actual conversation with the doctor. That's something where if your parents are completely opposed to any kind of medication, I would just think that they're only thinking about one when there's really many. So, yeah. Am I happy? Right now I am. I'm doing pretty good. I vented about Ethan. Is the movie going to be in theaters? Yes! Yes, and you're going to watch it in a theater with a good sound system. It's going to be mixed in Atmos. I got to watch it. You're going to watch it good. You're going to watch it good. Yeah. Don't really understand what ADHD is. Is it an ability to focus or more complicated? It's more complicated. It's what it boils down to, I think, and I'm not a scientist, I think it boils down to like a dopamine deficiency, stuff like that. So most of the medications out there try to either allow you to have more of a dopamine supply or maintain your ability to maintain your, or it affects your ability to maintain your dopamine supply. So yeah, that's usually how it goes. It's I think it is pretty much a dopamine deficiency, but I can't really explain it in scientific terms because I'm not a doctor. Yeah. Why did you choose to make a movie based on Iron Lung? Seemed like a good idea. Fun so far. Yeah, absolutely. Who is producing the movie? Me. Yeah. Will it be available internationally? I don't know. We need an Ethan apology video with tears. I wouldn't accept it even if it did. I wouldn't accept it even if it was a possibility. No. Mark, can we do game suggestions? Absolutely not! No way in hell. Go away. Yeah. Maybe I should become a doctor? Oh, God, no. God, no. Yeah, absolutely not. No, thank you. Yeah. Why am I mad at Ethan? Why wouldn't I be? Why wouldn't I be? Just a super chat that's like, I'm on ADD meds! That's good. That's good. That's good. I'm not criticizing. I'm just like, it's a fun thing to shout at the top of your lungs. You go into a crowded room. I'm on ADD meds! Alright. Okay, cool. Did I clickbait at you? No, I explained this earlier. He stole a game from me before I was able to play it that I told him about. It's basically sacrilege in the YouTube world. Yeah, so he's dead to me. Yep, Ethan is the enemy. Yep. Who's starring? Oh, me. Me. Yep. Wide release or limited? Wide-ish? Let's go wide-ish. I don't know what wide or limited means, but wide-ish. Yep. What program am I using to edit the movie? I'm so glad you asked! I have officially switched over from Premiere to DaVinci Resolve. Honestly, if you're still editing anything in Premiere, I feel so sorry for you. I struggled with that shit for years. I started out with Premiere back when it was reliable, fast, efficient, streamlined. It was good. I saw every update of Premiere reduce functionality, slow it down, more crashes, worse performance, features you don't need. They would change up how it works for no reason. I swear to God, moving to DaVinci Resolve was the best thing I ever did. It would change your life. Anything other than Premiere will probably change your existence. DaVinci Resolve, there is no reason you should be on Premiere. Because number one, getting DaVinci Resolve is a one-time payment. It's not a subscription. It's not, I can't even explain how important that is on a fundamental level. It is one-time purchase. You have it with all the updates. It is amazing. And you could probably find it because they give a license away with all their camera equipment. There's probably people that you know that have a license just sitting, unused. You could probably get it from them. Yeah, it's, oh man, it's great. Yeah. Yeah, so DaVinci Resolve is fantastic. They even have a free version. They have a free version to try out. The paid version is for the studio, so if you don't even need the studio features, the free version might just be good enough for you. Forever. Who knows? If all you're doing is editing YouTube videos, that may be all you need. Yeah, absolutely. Oh. Oh. Anyway, yeah. So yeah. Yeah, so I'm phasing out all Adobe-based stuff because Adobe just like, they got real complacent and then they got real slow and they haven't been able to fix their shit. And what's hilarious is I look on TikTok and I'll see these really dumb ads for Adobe on TikTok, like trying to appeal, you should edit your videos in Premiere. Look how you can change the picture color to blue. You like blue, right? It's like, this is the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life. How about you make your software actually work? That would be great. How about you make it not crash? How about you make it be able to actually play back an h.264 file without stuttering. You know, something that I was able to do with it, I don't know, 8 years ago. And it worked just fine on 8 years ago hardware. But for some reason now, today, my two 4090s can't even play it. Oh, because you don't even have dual GPU support for Premiere. That's really weird, isn't it? Huh, that's a little strange, don't you think? So dumb. So dumb. Anyway, yeah. DaVinci is superior. It just is. There's no question about it. Absolutely. There's some features that I wish it had, but they do improve every version. So it's like, can't even compare. Yep. Anyway. Yeah. All right. I gotta wrap it up here. I gotta wrap it up here. Yeah, I run multi-GPU. Some people thought I got two 4090s for gaming, and I'm like, that is not why I got a computer with two 4090s. That is not why. I do so much more than that. Yeah. Anyway. I gotta get out of here. I am going to get back to work. I've got a lot of stuff to do. It's gonna be a pretty tough 2 weeks, and then I'm going to Korea for Chuseok, and then I will be back. But I have videos. I'm going to keep up with recordings. If you haven't been keeping up with Distractable, please do. There's tons of new stuff. If you haven't been keeping up with Go, my favorite sports team, those have been awesome episodes. Go check those out. Links are in the description for those. We do episodes of Distractable twice a week. We do Go once a week. That's 3 videos. We do video now of me talking with Bob, Wade, and Tyler 3 times a week. If you want that kind of content with me talking with my friends, Distractable and Go are for you. If you haven't tried it yet, go check it out. And if you haven't checked it out in a while, definitely do. There's a lot of fun stuff that we've been doing on Distractable. I'm kind of in the middle of my dictatorial phase on Distractable. But seriously, Distractable, it's fun times. People in chat, if you are a listener of Distractable, type in chat what your favorite recent episode was, or it could be an old one. It just can't be Bob's Fridge. Bob's Fridge is at this point so old. We've had so much gold since there. Even the Burls bonus episode is gold. So if you guys give your favorite ones in chat so other people can have suggestions, go to Spotify. You can watch the video only on Spotify for both Go and Distractable. And it's just a ton of stuff. Getting older. Which one? Bread? That was a good one. That was weirdly enough, Bread was a very funny one. Bread was a great one. Riddles and Rhyme, that was a good one, yeah. That was a great one. Bob's and the Bees, the Burrows, yeah, it was good. Yeah. Mac versus Windows got me so much hate. As if, and I know I've been saying I'm gonna leave for forever now, but so I recently discovered, this is actually a discover of mine, because I've been PC for so long, right? I've done PC most of my life, and I've always been a PC guy. But recently, with Apple Silicon, suddenly those computers are so much better for video editing, period. It's not even close. Better for video editing than my PC is. And it's not that my PC is less powerful than the Mac. People were like getting on my shit about it. No, that Mac is more efficient at doing it. I can edit the entire movie with raw footage on my laptop not plugged in. I could be on a 12-hour flight to Korea and be editing the movie with 8K raw footage on battery and be fine. No lag. That's a game changer. And anybody that loves technology, you gotta understand, this is specifically for video editing. It's not better for gaming. Of course it's not. It's not better for 3D modeling. Of course it's not. But what it is better for is the applications that you need it to work for. And that's where I like it. Anyway, that's all I'll say about that. But yeah, that episode was quite divisive. Yeah, absolutely. Very divisive. Weird part 1, 2, and 3. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh. Anyway. I gotta go. I've been lingering too long, but thank you so much for joining me on this adventure. It was good catching up with you guys. It was good just being able to chat again. Videos are gonna be coming tomorrow. There'll be fun stuff. I wonder if that video that I'm thinking of is done. Not yet. Maybe by tomorrow. I can't believe. Oh no, that one game. That's gonna be a dumb one. That's gonna be a very dumb one. But there it is. All right, but thank you. Check out Distractable, check out Go. Links are in the description. You've got a lot of recommendations for fun episodes to watch in the chat here. And yeah, thank you so much for sticking around, and I will get you cool content and fun updates before you know it.
Lots of fun stuff on the way. So look forward to that. And as always, I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys. Bye. Bye. Goodbye.